I'm Mike Koshan, and I'm not a professional chef. I mean, I can't even boil water. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy the finished product. So take a seat, join me, and just eat it. For generations, Mozzicato Bakery and Pastry Shop has been turning out authentic Italian eats. Italy native Gino Mozzicato brought his love of sweet confections and tradition to the city of Hartford, Connecticut when he opened up shop in 1973.
Come stai? How are you?
Bueno.
Bene.
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 Bene. Today, the shop that specializes in cakes, pastries, cookies, cannolis, and more is run with the same authenticity and love it started with.
I remember coming here, walking from school, high school. I lived in Hartford for 21 years. Just moved back recently, and it hasn't changed.
I have a customer since the day I started still manufacture. The father came here, the son, and now the grandson. Traditional, they're coming all the time.
It's a family-run business. It's the friendliness. You come in, and if you're a regular, they end up knowing your name. It's very, very good.
My wife, my daughter, and my two boys, you know, each one has got his own something to do.
We're actually inside the kitchen right now with Gina, Gino's daughter of the famous Mozzicatos. Talk to me a little bit about growing up in this type of environment. I mean, with a character like your father and coming here every day, what was that like?
Well, we did quite literally grow up here in the bakery because we lived upstairs above the bakery for many, many years. So most kids would go out and play, which we did, but we played here in the bakery a lot.
One thing that's interesting to me, when you first walk in here, you see a gorgeous bakery and tons of items to choose from, but you walk back in the kitchen and you don't realize how massive the operation is behind the scenes here.
Now we're gonna step into the rough part of the kitchen.
So this is where you cook
Where
stuff.
we actually mix, bake. A lot of the things that you'll see done by machine was all done by hand, including piping every cookie by hand.
What is Ramon making right now? What's going on?
Okay, so these are almond cookies.
Almond cookies.
Italian amaretti cookies, which are almond paste cookies.
Some of my favorites.
And these are actually gonna be topped. We make them in different varieties. These will have chopped almonds, different sizes, different shapes, different cuts.
So to create a tray of, I don't know how many are here, probably what, close to 50 or 60 on a tray? 70 on a tray takes about what? 20 seconds to actually puff them out.
Less than a minute.
Ramon, you ever tempted just to start eating some of these things as you're making them? Because that would be my problem. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. This is a nice, warm, and this is the almond cookie, right? I wish you could feel this and smell this and taste it. Oh my goodness. More. I'm gonna go sit down and eat these. We'll be right back. So now here we are at this monster of a cannoli shell machine. I feel like I'm in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but better. And it is just like Willy Wonka's factory. First, the dough is fed into the machine where it's rolled to an even sheet, then stretched to a perfect thickness before it's cut into circles and wrapped on dowels for frying.
Sometimes you go places and the shell is all soft and you want that nice crunch.
Oh, it's good. They're fresh. You can taste the ricotta is fresh. Fabulous, just fabulous.
So these are our cannoli shells, which we've previously made.
Right.
And depending, we always fill our cannolis fresh to order. So you'll never find cannolis pre-filled in our case. An authentic cannoli needs to be filled fresh on the moment. And when you eat it, it has to be crunchy.
Yep.
And light and fluffy. Do you want to fill a
Sure.
cannoli?
Are you gonna give me any pointers here?
Well,
now, does it matter which hand I'm using here?
You can only use one hand.
Oh, I can only use one hand?
So,
I see what you're saying.
So this hand. So hold it from here. Hold it from here.
Okay.
You rest it here.
Okay. Like
Now
that.
you get your cannoli shell. You have to squeeze it and squeeze it through the center.
Do I put it in?
Yep. Just
Go.
Squeeze. Now you should see it come out.
Look at it popping up. Do I make it pretty looking or do I just fill it? Okay.
Give it a
Here we
fill
go.
and a twist.
Add a little firecracker right
Not
there.
bad for first cannoli.
Look at that! Ah! How long did it take you, the art of cannoli
Oh, well,
filling?
goodness. I've been filling cannolis since I could walk. Okay, now you can top your cannolis.
This is where the fun part happens. What if I like everything?
Then you put everything. These are all for you, these toppings.
Look
So
at
go
that.
ahead and
Okay.
put your fingers in there.
All right. We're making a TV magic.
And then you dust it with some sugar.
Look at that.
And you put it in the liner. And you have your cannoli.
It's a Mike Koshan cannoli right there.
Now you'll have to take a bite and tell us if it's good.
All right, here we go.
Made with your own hands.
I've made a mess out of myself, but.
That's just how you eat a cannoli.
That's good.
How's the ricotta cheese?
It's amazing.
How's the cannoli shell?
It's amazing.
Good.
Everything
Good experience overall?
Oh, yeah.
And made with your own hands.
Yeah, except look at, I made a mess out of myself.
That's okay, that means you're enjoying it.
So do I have a job? You gonna hire me now as
That's
a cannoli
right,
maker?
that's right, careful.
This doesn't work out, I'll just come here and do this instead.
I tell the truth, no, it's everything in my favor because I make with my heart. Everything I do with pleasure.
You make with love.
Love, so everything is in my favor, you know.
It's nice to be a part of people's traditions.
I tell everybody come here. Everybody comes here. You live in Hartford, you come here.
Did you know cafe in Italian means coffee shop? Well, it's true, and nothing goes better with sweet Italian treats than a little caffeine. Luckily, right next door to Mozzicato's bakery is their very own cafe. As you walk through the doors, you'll be welcomed not only by the scent of treats and the sounds of caffeine brewing, but by barista extraordinaire Rosa.
I've been working here for 8 years, and I like to interact with the customers, but the most important thing is how you can change the customers' moods and lives.
Me and my brother used to come here after we mountain biked, come in here, get a little double espresso, I'm right on the side, pastry.
It's the pastries and the coffee and it's just the atmosphere. It's the best place to be.
Didn't sound like a really good workout since we worked out and then come here and eat pastry, drink, but.
It's a great place to get together and have fun.
How do you keep such a good shape working here? Because if I worked here, I'd be eating these nonstop. Every time I'd walk past the counter, I'd just be opening this up, popping one in my mouth.
These are good sweets.
Do you have a sweet tooth?
I have a sweet tooth.
Cannolis, cookies, and cakes aren't the only delicacies Mozzicato's Cafe has to offer. And you know what goes great with freshly made Italian goods?
Iced coffee, an espresso, a little bit cappuccino with medicine. We call it medicine.
Well, the medicine, what do we put
An
in?
extra kick of frangelico.
A little frangelico to get your day going, okay.
I learned it here. So my brother did. He's like, have some medicine. I'm like, what? I'm not sick. He's like, no, trust me, have some medicine.
Dr. Rosa has a full array of medicine to give your day the kick it needs. Can you make me a delicious coffee with one of these liquors in it?
Of course.
I gotta try this out
like?
here. What do you think? I mean, I trust you and your opinion.
Do you like Jameson?
Jameson's good.
Jameson and
I have
Kahlua?
to drive, so I don't want to put too much JMO in it.
Half a shot of Jameson and Kahlua.
Done.
You warm up the cup.
Oh, you're warming up the cup first.
Yes.
Now, why is it important to warm the cup up?
And
Does that add to
to
any?
blend all the flavors.
It blends the flavors
It
together.
blends the flavors.
Very
yes.
interesting. And just like that, that's it?
That's it, but I can put a little bit of whipped cream.
That looks like the stuff you put in the cannolis.
No, this is whipped cream.
That's
The one
homemade
that-
whipped cream. That doesn't look like something that
Homemade
comes out of the
whipped cream. We spread a little bit of coffee on top.
All right, so I'm gonna taste this now.
Be careful, it's a little bit.
Ooh, that is good. That is really good. Although, may I make a suggestion? Maybe just a
More.
little bit more JMO in there, just a little bit. Add a little more flavor to it. That's my bartending skills right there.
Okay.
So now,
It's gonna have more Jameson flavor.
woo! That is a cup of coffee made by Rosa. High five, Rosa.
Thank you.
Mozzicato's has been a rush of sugar, caffeine, and a little medicine. So next time you need a kick, just order the cappuccino, a fresh cannoli, and just eat it.